The Houston suspect accused of paralyzing a mother of three by body slamming her during a jugging robbery on February 13 had his bond cut in half on Wednesday from $200,000 to $100,000, according to Harris County court records. Joseph Harrell, 17, was arrested last week after police released surveillance video of the incident, in which Harrell allegedly followed the victim 24 miles from a bank before body slamming her to the ground and stealing $4,300 in cash she had just withdrawn. After his arrest for aggravated robbery, prosecutors asked for a $200,000 bond, citing the fact that he had just been released on a $100 bond on January 26 for an unlawful carrying of a weapon charge. While on bond for unlawful carrying a handgun, Harrell stole money from and assaulted the victim, causing the victim broken ribs, a fractured spine, and paralysis from below the arms, which is serious bodily injury, prosecutors wrote. Joseph Harrell, 17, is now being held on a combined $130,000 on charges of aggravated robbery and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That $200,000 bond was granted on March 17. But Judge Kristen Guinea lowered the bond to $100,000 shortly before noon on Wednesday. An attorney appointed to defend Harrell, Catherine Evans, said that she made an oral motion to reduce the bond. I requested a bond considerably lower than what Judge Guinea actually set and informed her that the client's family was currently unable to make his bond, Evans told Fox News Digital. Additionally, it was confirmed that bond conditions are in place that would place Mr. Harrell on 24-hour house arrest and require him to wear a GPS monitor should family members be able to post sufficient bonds at some point in the future. Aside from the aggravated robbery on February 13 and unlawful carrying of a weapon charge on January 26, Harrell is also facing a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon stemming from another incident on February 25. In that incident, Harrell and at least one other accomplice allegedly robbed a woman of her purse while the victim was leaving a business in southeast Houston, according to a probable cause affidavit. Later that day, the woman and her husband tracked the suspects to an address using her AirPods that were left in her purse. When they arrived at the address, the woman recognized Harrell standing outside and called 911. While waiting for police to arrive, Harrell allegedly drove by them and asked if they needed something. They replied that they didn't, at which point Harrell turned around and as he passed them again, defendant Harrell pointed a black handgun at her. Charges were filed in that case on March 16. Harrell is now being held on a combined $130,000 bond for the aggravated robbery on February 13 and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on February 25. The victim in the February 13 incident, Enhung Truong, was discharged from the hospital on March 17 after over a month of treatment. A GoFundMe has raised more than $300,000 for her recovery, which could take 2 years or longer.